Hey you guys, so in this video I want to talk about shifting from victim consciousness to creator consciousness and why it's so beneficial for your life. And then I'll give a couple of tips on how you can shift that. So first I want to talk about what is victim consciousness. So victim consciousness is when we are living in a state where we're constantly looking outside of ourselves and putting blame on everything external, all the people, situations, and circumstances, and saying that it's their fault that I'm in this situation. And the thing about being in this state of consciousness is that you are giving your power away to all these things, and you no longer are in your power to make the changes that you want in life. But when we can shift to the consciousness of being a creator, we are choosing to shift our perspective, and we're looking to go inward first and saying, okay, I take full responsibility for everything in my life. I have all the power to make the change, and what can I shift within myself or make adjustments within myself to improve my situation, because ultimately, you know, you do have full control of your reality. And although that there are external factors that can influence our lives, they only have the power that you give it. Ultimately, you hold the power, and you have the power to choose how you respond to life. There are things outside of ourselves, you know, that we don't always have control over, and that's okay. We have to surrender to that. But we do have control of how we choose to respond to everything. And that is the most powerful and beautiful gift that we could have. So when we become the creator, we are choosing to let go of our ego and to go inward and ask ourselves some questions that might be difficult or hard at first, but it's so worth it. So the first thing to do this, to make this shift, is to raise your level of awareness, because a lot of us have our internal dialogue and we don't even realize when we are playing the victim. We're not even aware of it. It either has become like our norm, or we're just not observant of our thoughts. So what has helped me is meditating. I meditate almost every day, and it has helped me so much with shifting to being my thoughts, to taking a step back and becoming the observer, and being able to catch the thoughts that don't serve me. And when I can catch myself playing a victim in my life, then I can say, you know what, this thought doesn't serve me, and I'm going to choose a thought that that will serve me and where I can make changes. So yeah, you know, practicing meditation to raise your level of awareness is a really powerful tool. There's other ways that, you know, if meditation's difficult, you can always start off with a guided meditation and figure out what works for you, because everyone's different. And then after that, there are some questions you can ask yourself that I have here. So the first one is, how am I looking at myself as a victim? What's the story I'm telling myself? What new perspectives do I need to embrace to look at myself as a creator? Number 3, how are these challenges actually good for me? How can I become greater because of them? Number 4, whom do I need to have a courageous conversation with? Number 5, who's an unbiased third party who can help me view the situation from a neutral perspective and help me work through a better way to look at the story? That last one's really powerful, because we are all perceiving reality completely different from one another, and everything we are experiencing is going through a specific filter that we can only see. And so when we can get a neutral perspective to look down on the situation, help us see another perspective, it's so empowering, because we are able to look at the grander scheme of things. Also, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I was just going to say that your power is in your perspective in life, and we always have the choice to choose a perspective that serves us. So yeah, with every situation, there's always a better perspective, and, you know, having the mentality that life isn't happening to me, it's happening for me. There's so much more power when we can choose that perspective. So yeah, ultimately, to shift from playing a victim to being a creator is 1, raise your level of awareness and notice the thoughts where you are playing a victim, and then 2, ask yourself these questions to help you shift your perspective to embody the creator you are. And then the third one is to take action from this new perspective that you have on life. So now that you have, you are aware of what you can change, then start to make those changes. And with these 3 steps, you will start to rewire your mindset and your programming, because all of our thoughts, if you find yourself, you do play the victim a lot, like that's completely okay. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of our thought processes is a conditioning that we've had from a young age, and all we have to do is start to reprogram our mind to start thinking differently, so we can start we can start having the thoughts that do empower us and where we can make the changes. So yeah, that's ultimately the steps to embody the creator that you are, because you are a powerful creator and everything you need is within yourself. And if no matter what your situation is right now, or what circumstances you're in, I just want to remind you that you are never alone on your journey, and that you always have support, and that you're never stuck. There's always an opportunity, and situations are temporary. So I just want to remind you of that. And yeah. So I think that's all I wanted to cover. So thank you so much for listening. If you like this content, then feel free to subscribe and like this video, and let me know if there's any other topics you want me to talk about. So yeah, I hope you're having a beautiful day, and just want to send you lots of light your way.